Hey guys, so now once you've opened a file, I want to show you how we can draw some graphs using our data in our file here in Minitab. Now this is for the web version. I will show this in a separate video for the desktop version of Minitab. So let's go ahead and open up, and I'm going to share that Minitab screen that I have. So I have that right here, and I already have data there. And this is some data from my Stat 2 class. Let's see, I'll show you this data. So it's about vehicles, engine size, curb weight, horsepower, miles per gallon. If the vehicle's two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, okay, just so you get an idea of what we're looking at. So there's so many different graphs. We can graph data, the different types of graphs we can use for graphing this data. So I just want to show you a few of those, just so you get an idea and a feel for where to go. So of course you can see in the menu, it says graph. So of course I'm going to go to graph here. Now under this menu, you can see that there's a lot of different options here. So a lot of what we're going to use box plots here. We can use some bar charts, histograms, that kind of thing. So you can scroll right down this list and you can see all different types. So let me just show you a box plot so you can get an idea of what this looks like. So I'm going to look at a box plot. Now, you can see there's a lot of different options here, and it depends what I want to do. So if I want to look at a simple box plot of just one variable, so maybe I'm just interested in the miles per gallon. So it's just that one column I'm interested in. I'm going to choose simple here, and then I will click OK. Then here I need to tell Minitab which column I'm interested in. So I'm going to choose miles per gallon because that's the one we just talked about being interested in. Now you can always go to options. It's not always necessary. So there's something I like to change in the box plots. And that is I like to add the mean symbol. So it's not automatically included in Minitab. So I'm going to check that box. Now you'll notice at the very bottom, it says transpose X and Y axes. When you draw a box plot in Minitab, the box plot will come out vertical, and it's fine. It's the same data. You can read it all the same, but some people prefer to see the graph going horizontally. So whichever you choose, I'm going to choose to transpose so I can see it horizontally. Okay. Now I'll click OK twice, and I just have to bring this down a little. There we go. There's our box plot of the miles per gallon. So we can see our mean symbols right here in the middle. Now you'll notice as I'm hovering over this plot, I'm getting a lot of data popping up right here. So that's great. Okay, stuff like that. So let me just show you something else. Maybe we want to take a look at a histogram. Maybe we want to look at the curb weight, just as something different. So I'm going to go to graph here. I will go right down here to histogram. And once I'm in histogram, now again, if I'm studying one variable, so just one column at a time, I'm going to choose simple. Now you can imagine here, groups overlaid, groups displayed separately. So maybe I want to separate out into two different groups, meaning maybe I want to graph curb weight, but based on if a car is two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. I can do that. I can choose those options, and I can do that here. Okay. If I'm looking at multiple variables, so maybe I want to look at curb weight and then separately horsepower, then I can do that down here. So I always encourage students to kind of play around with this and see what each of these do. So for now, for Stat 1 purposes, I will go to simple and OK. And we talked about curb weight, so I'm going to bring that in. Now, of course, you could always go into options to see if there's anything interesting. So typically, there's nothing I would do for the histogram, but again, I think you should play around with the different features and see what Minitab can do for you. So I'm just going to click OK here. And here is the histogram. Now, one thing I want you to notice when we're looking at Minitab in the web version, you can go over to this drop down, this arrow over here, and look at that drop down box. Oh, that's not the one. Oh, maybe it's here. There it is. Okay, so we can go to this box here and you can go to graph options. So when you go into graph options, Minitab on the web version allows you to make changes to the current graph by choosing that. And of course, you can go down and search the different options and the different things that it can do. So it can do a lot of different things. I hope that's helpful.